Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Crime-fighting clerk, why this pizza shop employee pulls a gun on a customer.
Also a committed crook. A local business owner says a guy hacked her account, almost followed through with a big score, but she busted him and saved herself a lot of money in the process.
But first, breaking tonight after hours of being shut down because of a deadly pileup, I-96 in Fowlerville is back open. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. Drivers could not have imagined what they were in for when they left the house this morning.
Exactly. Whiteout conditions led to a pileup of now where we've learned more than 50 vehicles and 3 people were killed. 11 others injured. Jermont Terry along westbound I-96 in Fowlerville, and the freeway just opened a short time ago.
Traffic once again moving along I-96 here in Livingston County. The latest, 53 cars involved in this pileup. This was in fact a hectic cleanup that was in fact tedious at times. The entrance ramps to I-96 blocked. Sheriff deputies guarded the highway. Big rigs hauled heavy machinery in to clear the way. The extra help is needed to remove more than 40 cars entangled in this pileup.
And I mean, you just couldn't see. It was just kicking up that bad.
Slick roads and whiteout conditions blame for what you see here. The view from Sky 4 shows cars pinned, smashed, and crushed from every angle. Drivers simply caught off guard.
Visibility in front of me I was lucky enough that I could see the taillights in front of a semi, and I'm doing about 40, 45, and the semi in front of me, I could barely see his headlights.
Many people were trapped in their vehicles, bracing the impact again and again with every sliding car and truck. 3 people died.
Life is fragile. We never know when life can be snatched from us.
You can see near the front of the pileup, cars were wedged between 3 semis. I'm told drivers tried to help out.
It was very obvious that they were hurting from what had happened during the day, what they had seen.
Pastor Mark Wilson counseled many of those wounded drivers, many who sat trapped after watching drivers die from the impact.
Some of those individuals, they wanted to get out and help, but yet they had to wait to be rescued themselves, as well as there was one individual particularly who worked trying to save someone, and he was not able to get him out, and he was very burdened by that.
And again, this highway is back open after being closed for more than 12 hours. Snowflakes are falling, and they're hoping that they surely do not see a repeat Friday morning. Reporting in Livingston County, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
We did have a repeat elsewhere. Michigan drivers weren't the only ones tied up in a big pileup today. Emergency crews near Paynesville, Ohio spent part of their day rescuing drivers trapped in this wreck on I-90. This involved more than 50 vehicles. Several people were injured. Some of the cars went down an embankment, and it took police there hours to clear the road as well.
Well, the snow and slick roads are causing the problems, but the cold is also wrapping its arms around Metro Detroit. It's to be expected. It is Michigan. It's almost winter, but still, we have to complain a little bit about it.
Yes, and Mother Nature's got our attention now. So now we can slow down on the roads, and hopefully we won't have any more of this mess going forward this winter. But we did have another little burst of light snow in the evening hours. That is now starting to fade, and we should be mainly dry overnight. However, as winds shift back around to the west tomorrow, I think we are going to get a repeat performance of what we saw today, which is lake effect snow showers around. There's that cold that Kim was talking about, mid-20s for temperatures, but those wind chills, teens across the area, and just barely at that down in Monroe. So here's how things break down. A repeat of Thursday for Friday. Saturday is going to be dry during the day, but once we get into the nighttime hours, get the shovels out, we'll look at snow totals in your 4-zone forecast coming up. Devin?
All right, Ben. Well, new video could lead Detroit police to a man who killed a police officer. It shows the suspect riding his bike up and down a street behind the Motor City Casino. This video was taken 10 minutes before Sergeant Colin Rose was shot. Police didn't make this public because they thought they had the shooter, D'Angelo Davis. But Davis was freed yesterday after his DNA did not match the DNA that was found at the scene.
Well, since the news at 6 o'clock, we have brand new video showing the aftermath of a firebombing that destroyed a Detroit man's home. This video shows flames shooting out the windows as firefighters arrive on scene. The homeowner was on his couch watching television when somebody threw a Molotov cocktail through his window. He had to run into his bedroom to escape.
I lifted up the glass and kicked out the screen and jumped out the window.
A video from a security camera shows two men throw the Molotov cocktail into the house. That video has been turned over to Detroit police.
A Detroit artist managed to do what few theft victims can. She snapped a picture of the bad guy and saved herself hundreds of dollars in the process. The cell phone hacker tried to get to the delivery guy first. He failed. Mara McDonald in Eastern Market tonight. Mara, she got the picture. Now she's hoping to ID the guy.
Devin, she's hoping that somebody recognizes this guy who, bold as brass, walked through her brand new store and then into her private studio and home in order to retrieve the $800 iPhone that he'd fraudulently bought by hacking her account.
The store is one of those seemingly effortless cool spots which has your not so typical Detroit-centric fare.
So we've got Techno Boulevard shirts and Coney Dog hoodies.
And so many other custom special things. Shorb is a sculptor who came to Detroit in 1999 when nothing was cool and there were no artisan coffee shops. Her studio has been in Eastern Market all these years. Her loft adjoins her studio, the storefront is below, and it's her dream come true.
So we just opened up about a month ago.
She was traveling on the West Coast when it all started.
Sunday around 10 o'clock, I started getting all these alerts
from Sprint, letting her know someone had reset her passwords and email.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Someone's trying to hack my account.
It wasn't 2 days later, Shorb's home, and all of a sudden her UPS guy is dropping off the day's deliveries with this guy stalking him and following him through locked doors into Shorb's home and studio. He wanted the brand new iPhone that he'd fraudulently ordered and charged to her account. Bethany was not having it.
I got his face, and then I've got him covering up my phone, saying, you know, don't photograph me, don't photograph me, and you know, a couple expletives were exchanged.
Bethany held on to the phone, and when the guy wouldn't leave, all 110 pounds of her shoved him out the door, and she called 911. Police came, but
they told me there's nothing they can do. They said it's a civil matter. Call Sprint and change your password.
Well, after a few calls to the DPD, that tune has changed, and they are investigating this crime, and they do want to know if you know who this guy is. If you do, they'd like to hear from you. We're in Eastern Market. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. The Michigan recount and a judge's decision late last night to end it brought demonstrators to Lansing today.
Stop the heartache! Stop the county! Stop the heartache! Stop the county!
Those demonstrators held a protest in front of the Michigan State Supreme Court building. Some of them called for reforms to what they call the state's broken voting system. They point out the irregularities that were uncovered during the recount.
Either the polls were wrong or there was some kind of large-scale fraud. And we're never going to know which of those is true unless we look at the evidence now. That's what the recount is about.
Currently, the recount is over. Green Party candidate Jill Stein, who requested the recount, has appealed to the Michigan Supreme Court. Still no word if the High Court will hear the case.
We expect President-elect Donald Trump will talk about the recount tomorrow when he brings his thank you tour to West Michigan. He'll be in Grand Rapids to thank voters for electing him. He's already visited Ohio, North Carolina, and Iowa. He'll actually be in Louisiana tomorrow before visiting Michigan. We will be there in Grand Rapids. We'll provide live coverage of the event when it happens.
Well, he had no regard for human life. The search is on for the man in this surveillance video seen shooting into a car on Detroit's west side. It happened last month on Finkel near Schaefer. You see the man in the hooded sweatshirt walk up to the car, fire multiple shots, then run off. The driver was hit but will survive. And less than a mile away at Finkel and Hubble, a thief was caught on camera dropping into a liquor store after hours. You see him there climbing down the shelves. He then grabs some garbage bags, fills them with merchandise, and then goes out the same way that he came in. Anybody with information on either of these crimes should contact Detroit police.
In a rare move, Fiat Chrysler will not be surprising car lovers with any new reveals at the auto show in Detroit this year. Instead, the automaker is planning its big reveals at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. The CES opens in Vegas 5 days before the auto show in Detroit. However, Fiat Chrysler will have a display on the showroom floor as usual. By the way, Detroit Auto Show opens to the public January 8th, a little early.
right around the corner.
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it. Holiday season got off to a special start for hundreds of children in Troy tonight.
Patients from Beaumont's Pediatric Rehabilitation Center enjoyed a holiday party at Troy Marriott. They got to spend time with Santa, open gifts, do some crafts, and have dinner. The party was sponsored by the Pilots for Kids organization and dance marathon at U of M. Looks like they had a great time.
Yeah, it does. It's mistakenly considered a healthier option to smoking. Experts are warning tonight vaping is especially dangerous to teenagers.
What to watch for coming up in Good Health. Plus, officer caught off guard. There's a manhunt tonight for the person seen in this video firing at a cop while working security in a church parking lot.
But first, a customer gets a gun in his face. The clerk says there's a reason for that. Dramatic video coming up next.
Well, you don't often see this. A Southwest Detroit pizza shop owner turned the tables on a customer who was trying to take something from his restaurant, and the whole encounter was caught on surveillance video.
Here's how we do it.
Sergio Mzaquita has owned Chicago's Pizza in Southwest Detroit for the past 2 decades.
The neighborhood is not so bad anymore, but it used to be very bad about 15 years ago.
But Wednesday night, a bad guy walked into the pizzeria and ordered a cup of water. Sounds innocent enough until you see what the man did when the clerk turned his back.
If you see in the video, one of my drivers went up to the sink, and when he was walking back with the cup of water, he was leaving with the money.
That money was in a donation jar meant to help pay funeral expenses for a man in the neighborhood who had been killed. Mzaquita says he'd seen this guy in his restaurant before and knew he was up to no good. That's when he took matters into his own hands and foot.
I got tired of getting robbed like that way, you know. Like we work hard for our money, for our tips, and it just getting taken away like that. No.
You think you're ever going to see that guy in here again stealing the tip jar?
Not for a while. Unless he wants another kick.
Unless he wants another kick. The pizza shop owner did not file a police report. That's why we blurred the man's face. He's not formally accused of any crime, so police are not looking for him. But, you know, that's just shameful because the money was for funeral expenses for somebody. So
the kick in the pants was an interesting touch.
I know, that was a great one, wasn't it?
All right, let's bring in Ben. Hey, I need to correct something. I misspoke earlier. I said that the auto show, it does start a little bit earlier this year. It's actually the press previews that start on January 8th. The first public days will be January 14th. So mark your calendars, but we'll be down there all that week. Stuff. Yeah.
Got to get the tux dry cleaned.
Yeah, that'd be good. Here's a little notice for you to get that done before then.
Right.
Yeah. And you'll be wiping snow off the lapel.
Yeah, you know what? And we'll probably be shoveling before then, too. And this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Well, Kim's ready. Water shovel.
Good.
Put it to use.
I'm threatening to give you my address. Here's what we're looking at right now on the radar. We've seen the wind shift around more to the northwest. That's cut off this lake effect flow. What we did have was a kind of a trough that sank through here, and that's what fired up that little burst of snow showers that we were getting through the evening hours. That has faded, and we should be mainly dry until we get into the afternoon hours tomorrow. Temperature, those, man, all mid-20s out there, and when you factor in the winds, those are in the teens across the area, and those wind chills will likely stay in the teens, even though we're expecting to see temperatures rise about 5-6 degrees from lows to highs tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be pretty much a repeat of what we saw today, where the lake effect snow showers start coming in. This will be more in the afternoon tomorrow, but man, here comes our next accumulating snow, and really our first big one of the season. It'll start in here about midnight, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and then continue through about midday. This is the difference from what we were looking at 6 o'clock. This is a new run of the computer models. We had been looking at 2 separate snowfall events, and now the models are suggesting that this may be one continuous event. You can see the snow just sort of chasing that Saturday night system out of here, and look where that band of heavier snow sets up right here across southeast Michigan, and that is on Sunday night. So what we're going to look at right now are snowfall totals for the first event. This is just Saturday night. We're anticipating of about 3 to 4 inches here in the metro zone. Down in the south zone, may get some slightly lower totals towards the Ohio state line, and then those numbers get higher as you work your way up towards Michigan Avenue. West zone, snowfall amounts anywhere from about 4, possibly close to 5 inches here in Milford, Brighton, and Howell. And in our north zone, we're looking at numbers that are about 3 to 4 inches there as well. And again, this is just the first round. and then we'll start looking at what's to come with that sort of continuation going in to Sunday night, early Monday morning. 24 overnight, and we will be staying cold with mainly dry conditions. Look for those lake effect snow showers to really gin up in the afternoon tomorrow. High temperatures not getting above freezing. In fact, it's not going to be really until Monday before we see those numbers above 32, and it's only going to be for a few hours. Then we crash again. 20s for highs Tuesday through Thursday morning, lows single digits by Thursday of next week. Here's tonight's holiday lights, and this is out at 18.5 miles Sterling Heights. And you can see a pretty impressive display out there. You got all the lights and the bows and kind of more of a classical look.
Needed a ladder. Yeah. That's way up there.
Yeah, or a cherry picker. Or just to have Santa fly the plane.
Yeah, these inflatables, they tickle me sometimes because in the morning, you know, if it's really cold, they kind of just...
They slump, yes. Yeah.
Perk up at night.
Yeah.
By the way, we want to see your pictures, so go to the community page and click on Detroit.com.
Some good ones. All right, thanks, Ben. Well, today, as he does once every year, Mitch Albom spent the entire day on the radio to raise money for local charities. And this year, the Save Detroit Radiothon raised more than $1 million.
We wondered if they set the bar too high last year, but they hit over $1 million again. So congratulations to Mitch. A number of Detroit-based charities are going to benefit from this radiothon. This foundation also gave homes to 3 families today in some very emotional moments today. Wonderful surprise for the holidays, and a lot of us from local, it was great. And a lot of us from Local 4 happy to be a small part of today. Way to go, Mitch. Nicely done.
Well, he's cutting ties with his businesses, but there's one project from his past that President-elect Donald Trump isn't giving up.
Connection he is going to keep to the hit show The Apprentice coming up in a moment. Also, a random attack, or was he targeted? The moment a police officer was ambushed by a gunman outside a church. Next.
The president-elect is coming to Michigan, and tomorrow we're going to be tracking Donald Trump's whereabouts. Plus, it's Fitness Friday.
It's an all-new workout that's brand new to Michigan, combining cardio and strength. I'll introduce you to it tomorrow for Fitness Friday.
And as always, we have your weather and traffic on the 4s when you join us tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 a.m. We'll see you Friday.
I'm Sue.
Police officer in Kansas City, Missouri, shot at, I should say, while working security at a church. This is the surveillance video. Shows the shooter drive up and get out of his car. You then see his gun flash as he fires shots at the off-duty officer. The shooter then gets back into his own car and drives off. The officer fortunately not hurt, but the search continues for the gunman and also for a motive for all of it.
All right, in good health, the U.S. Surgeon General now calls vaping a public health threat that's targeting children. The Surgeon General says more and more teens are using e-cigarettes thinking they're safer than regular cigarettes. However, they could still create an addiction to nicotine and lead to the use of other tobacco-related products. Last year, 16% of high schoolers reported using e-cigarettes.
Search is on. We were just talking about these kind of displays. Search is on for a Grinch who vandalized a yard display, but you know, Santa sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. So do surveillance cameras. And they were watching, and in the video you see someone pull up in front of the house, walk up to the display, and slash Frosty with a knife. The man tries to cut the rope too, by the way, but struggles. The homeowner started a satirical GoFundMe page to cover Frosty's medical bills. Plans to use, though, the donated funds that came in, he says, to spread Christmas cheer.
Yeah, that person's getting a lump of coal for Christmas for doing that. Come on.
What's the matter?
Why?
What's the matter?
All right, well, he gave up the boardroom for the White House, but President-elect Donald Trump will still have a hand in the hit show Celebrity Apprentice. Turns out he will still get an executive producer credit when the show starts in January. It's not clear if he has any kind of role in the new Apprentice, which has Arnold Schwarzenegger replacing Trump. The show premieres January 2nd right here on Local 4.